Okay, so let's start healing our back instead of harming it all day, every day. So let's start from getting out of bed. What's the best way to get out of bed? Instead of rounding your spine, let's do it again, the correct way. So now when you're going to get out of bed, instead of rounding it, you roll onto your side. You can use your elbows and arms to push yourself up just like that. As simple as that. We have already kept that neutral spine from the very first time. Now let me tell you this. In the morning, overnight, what happens is to your discs, they're like sponges, and they will actually absorb nutrients and water. And so they swell up. So there's a lot more pressure on your spine in the morning. In fact, in that first hour before you get out of bed, that very first hour, you have a 300% greater risk of disc damage and a 70% greater risk of ligament damage. That's in the very first hour, because after that, they start to slough out the nutrients and the pressure goes off the spine. So you have to be extremely careful in that very first hour getting out of bed. So one of the worst things that you could possibly do is to get straight out of bed and round the lower back to do some bending, touching toes exercises, as this, with such a high risk, is about one of the worst things you could do. So now, getting out of bed, you're going to roll onto your side, keep the inward arch, that neutral spine, push yourself up, and then you're going to get out of bed that way. So, how are you going to get out of bed? Let's look at that.